the Prime Minister fronted up in Taranaki today for the first time since the government announced it was calling time on issuing new offshore oil and gas exploration permits. The halt was described as a kick in the guts that would cost thousands of jobs when it was announced last month. But today, all the talk was of working together towards a just transition from oil and gas. Our Taranaki reporter Robin Martin has more.
Jacinda Ardern met industry representatives, civic leaders and union members in a series of closed-door meetings throughout the day. In her one media engagement, the Prime Minister said she was in Taranaki to reassure the province it still had an important role to play in the economy.
You know, we've talked about really where the future takes us. We've given that certainty through the decision that's being made. It gives us now the next 20 years to work on those alternative fuel and energy sources, and Taranaki really has the expertise here to be really at the lead and the forefront of some of that development.
Ms Ardern brushed off questions about why it took so long to get to Taranaki, saying international travel had not allowed it.
What it has allowed us to do is work up some of those plans to really sit down and have those constructive conversations. We already have the Just Transition General Manager here on the ground. We've already in a position to have confirmed the summit that we'll be working towards. It means that this conversation I'm coming into has already got some significant milestones in front of us.
The Prime Minister says the level of consultation ahead of the announcement was adequate because the positions of the sector and local government were already known. New Plymouth Mayor Neil Holdham says now the decision is made, Taranaki wants to work with the government.
What we've asked the Prime Minister to do is to help us address the risk, address the uncertainty, and we've made the point that Taranaki is going to become ground zero for this just transition, and we believe that we can partner with government, that we can use science to solve the issues, and that we believe that, that by taking a scientific approach we can protect the jobs and use the capabilities in Taranaki to help deliver a solution.
Mr Holdham says he would like to see a bipartisan approach taken in the beehive.
The political risk is what's putting investors off. We actually need to make a determination. I believe that all New Zealanders believe we've got to take the carbon out of the economy. The question is, how do we do it? And we've made a commitment to working with this government to ensure that we make pragmatic steps to find a way forward.
Cameron Madgwick from the Petroleum Exploration and Production Association is happy the Prime Minister has given an assurance existing permits will be honoured. But Mr Madgwick still believes new resources will be required to ensure energy supplies.
We think it's critical for energy security that we continue to look for oil and gas in New Zealand, and hopefully under the permits out there at the moment we can get some additional security, but our view is that we need more. So we'd absolutely support a decision which allowed future offshore exploration.
Heading into the union meeting with the Prime Minister, scaffolding contractor John Whaamai said he was feeling apprehensive about the future.
Just see what's going to happen with basically our future. You know, we work in the oil and gas industry, and we just want to ask Jacinda, you know, why the decision she made. We just want to know why.
Welder James McMahon was feeling more upbeat.
I'm quite optimistic. There must be other things out there that we can do and what we're going to go. But the rest of the world's changing and going to do away with motor cars, petrol and diesel and all that. So we've got to go with them.
After the meeting, Mr Whaamai was also feeling reassured.
How are you feeling about that afterwards, John?
Brilliant, man. Yeah, way better.
Chasing you down the street.
He's the one you should be going after, there, lady over there.
Yeah, so John, why are you feeling better about it?
Oh, it's just the government have got some good things in place, you know. So it's looking pretty positive, if you ask me.
The union ETU says it supports the government's commitment to a just transition to a carbon-neutral future, but says plans must be made to protect jobs. The government says it will work with the Taranaki mayors towards running a Just Transition Summit in New Plymouth involving experts from around the world. But Ms Ardern made no commitment to a bid made by the mayors for $42 million in additional regional funding. I ngā mutu mo te hōtaka o te ahiahi, ko Robin Martin ahau.